Here's integrated 3. This is a problem that was actually on your test, and it's homework problem 3-12, and it says if f of x is 3x minus 9 and g of x is negative x squared, determine, and then it has a, b, c, d, f of negative 2, g of negative 2, x if f of x equals 0, and g of m. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of these. So if f of negative 2, I have to make sure I use this f function, not the g function. And then what this wants me to do is just plug in, wherever I see an x, plug in a negative 2. And then I have to use the order of operations, so I have to multiply first. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 minus 9. And negative 6 minus 9, negative 15. I think that's right. We can check the answer. There we go. Okay. So the next one is g of negative 2. So now I'm just going to plug a negative 2 into the g function. So the g function has negative x squared. And wherever I see an x, instead of x, I'm going to put negative 2. So I'm going to use my parentheses. This minus sign comes down. And then negative 2 squared means negative 2 times negative 2. So that's going to be positive 4. So there's the answer right there. Some people told me this whole thing was positive 4, but that minus sign is still there. Okay, the next one is letter C. So now they want x if f of x is 0. So that's a little different. So let's look at f of x again. Here's f of x. So they want me to solve for x if f of x is 0. So I'm going to plug in a 0 for f of x. Let's make it so you can see better. I'm going to plug in a 0 for f of x. So see how f of x right there? I'm going to say 0 equals 3x minus 9. I plugged in a 0. They want me to find out what x is if f of x equals 0. So in this function, I plugged in a 0 right there. Okay. And now I'm just going to solve it. Find out what x is. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I'll just write it right here. Okay. Now I want g of m. So the g function with an m plugged in. So let's just write it up here. You don't need, well, it's kind of like you just plug the m in, and then you don't really need the parentheses because m's positive. So there's your answer. That was test question 1.